Hey, everybody.
Hey, what's up?
Hell,
Welcome to the Insane Lounge. We haven't posted in a while, so we're doing something a little bit spontaneous and spur of the moment. And I'm DJ Pebbles. This is Mike, and we have Otter joining us today.
technically, this would be his first official stream with us.
It is his first
Official one with us.
Yeah, we have introduced him before, and he's been in a few short videos, but this is his first time joining us on a recorded episode. So yay!
All right. So today, as you can see, we've changed from Darcy's kitchen to Darcy's.
This is like
office
the
space?
office den, kind of spare bedroom, and yeah. So that's our guest bedroom, whatever. So yeah, that's what this is. And so what are we gonna do? We're gonna do.
Today we're doing a horror. We're going to do a scary story.
We're gonna try and do a horror story. So yeah,
it's going to be an improvised horror story. So we'll be like it's.
If
have
you've
you ever
ever
played the
improv game where like you.
Right.
You start like someone starts a sentence and then the next person continues on and you basically go back and forth and create a whole story with that. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try and make it horror, scary, as best as we can. And yeah.
You want to start, Otter? Oh yeah, that's right. You don't talk.
Okay, I'll start.
I forgot he doesn't talk.
Yeah, that's okay.
I don't know how.
We're gonna teach him soon. He'll learn soon. Yes, we'll teach you. Yay! Isn't that great? Yes. All right. Once upon a time,
there were 3 siblings. They lived in where'd they live, Otter? Here, okay.
They lived in a cave.
They lived in a cave. Okay. Okay, so 3 siblings lived in a cave. What's the time? 3 siblings live in a cave. Off to a great start. There's nothing scary about this at all.
Well,
we'll make it scary. So, where was this cave? Okay, you're gonna have to do a little more here for me. Where? Here.
The cave was here. In my house, or in New York. A cave in New York.
Yes. So they lived in a cave in New York, and this was modern times, but they were orphans, and that was the best they can do. So, they were. Should we give them names?
I don't know if I can remember.
Oh Lord!
Unless we do Larry, Moe, and Curly.
Oh Lord!
I mean, I
will
that.
lose track of that. So I'm going to advance the plot. So one day, two of the siblings got sick, and one orphan had the idea to go out and get
medicine.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. So he ventured out to get medicine.
So he wandered and finally came across a city in White Plains. Okay, White Plains. He's pointing to Shirley. I was like, you can only do but so much, right?
Okay, so came across the city of White Plains.
Okay, I know. Okay, don't get mad. Like, okay, so he wandered and finally came out of the cave. Came across the city of White Plains. So he noticed that it wasn't as active as it normally would be. But regardless, he looked around for CVS.
How would you know it would be a CVS? It just sounds
A
from the
pharmacy. I don't know. Where would you
pharmacy.
get? Where else would
Like,
you
he
get
lives in
medicine?
a cave. How does he know what the CVS is?
Well, he knew what a city was. like, like, it's modern times.
It's modern times when they still live in the cave.
They're homeless. God, like, you're
Right.
expecting a lot
Okay.
of this.
I know. I'm sorry. All right.
So, the homeless cave dwelling kid went into it.
Went in
wandered into
search
White Plains.
of a CVS.
Right. And
One
White
of
Plains.
many CVS's in White Plains.
So let's say which CVS did you go to? Wound up going to.
Did you go to the 24-hour one?
Okay, so he wandered into the 24-hour one. And so he went inside and he noticed that the lights weren't all on.
They
Like
were flickering. Some were flickering.
And some were completely out.
Mm-hmm.
So he walks in. What does he find?
A dead body.
Okay, right, okay. He seems a little unnerved, but he tries to shake it off and starts rummaging through the medicine.
Pharmacy.
Yeah. So suddenly he hears a noise.
Sounds like a door creaking open.
So he goes to hide in the aisle, and then what happens?
Well, the aisle he chose to hide in was the one that had the dead body. The dead body's not there anymore.
He went back to the aisle that had. I thought the dead body was in the front.
It was still near an aisle. You could still see it from whatever aisle he was in.
Okay, so the dead body he passed before miraculously vanished. So
now he's a little bit more unnerved than he was before.
Okay, so what did he do?
Let's see. What would you do? What would you do, Otter? You would hide? Yeah. Well, the only place to hide is behind the pharmacy counter. So he jumps over to the counter and hides in the pharmacy counter.
He is greeted by more bodies. And they all smell very bad. But once he lands on the other side, he doesn't let out a scream, but he lets out a small, little, noticeable noise that...
It's kind of like throwing up in his mouth.
No, it's more like...
You just ran into a bunch of bodies that smell. You're not going to throw up in your mouth? That's not going to make a small noise that you're going to have to hold back?
Like, he wanted to scream, like, in fear, but instead he kind of let out, hold on.
I want to hear you.
That. He let out of that. I'm like, it wasn't exactly a scream, but he didn't. He let out one of those. That was like the best way to describe it. There you go. Let out one of those. Wasn't a full scream, but it was like a little
shriek.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So
he shrieked.
Then what? Then what happens?
Well, he made a noise which alerted whoever had moved the body that was in the front. So
I thought it moved itself.
Did it move it? Well, that's what.
We never established if it moved itself.
If it moved itself,
or
if
somebody moved it,
or if somebody or something moved it.
Yeah.
So, but
and it was quite stuffy.
But we did also have the door that creaked up. That creaked.
Right.
So that was our clue that it could have been something or someone. So his noise alerted whatever might have been in the store with him.
So he hears a low grumbling, like kind of like oh uh, how do I describe it? Kind of like a train passing, like a subway passing underneath like the street. He hears that kind of noise,
Mm-hmm.
but it's shuffling towards his direction.
Okay.
So he tries to maneuver himself where he's not visible, but in doing so, one of the bodies falls over, but instead of it actually going limp, falling over limp, it props itself up somehow. This is a decaying body, but somehow catches itself and props itself up. What happens then?
Well, if I saw a decaying body suddenly like prop itself up, I don't know if I'd be able to like hold in a scream from that because that's not something.
Okay, so
that's
he
not
fully
that,
screams
that's
this
not
time.
something that I want to see.
So this time that caused him to fully scream.
Yeah.
Okay, so he fully screams. So that rumbling gets louder and quicker. So it's approaching him more quickly, and the decaying body says, "Jump down the hole." He looks around and notices there's a gaping hole next to him on the other side of the shelves where the medicine stuff would be in the back, like where the pharmacy is.
And he wonders, how did I miss that?
Regardless, he follows the advice and just jumps down the hole.
So you just jump down the rabbit hole.
So he tumbles and he's tumbling through. Ooh.
Hi, puppy.
Rocky.
Hi, Rocky. You got a dog here. Okay. So he tumbles down the hole.
And let's see. What should be waiting for him at the bottom?
Well, should it be... I mean, if a dead body that can prop itself up is giving you advice to go down a hole, what would be waiting? Whatever killed them? Rocky, go.
I mean, would it?
Or would it be a way to escape?
Or probably to get away from the whatever was coming for him.
But if it's a hole, then wouldn't it be whatever's killing them is using the hole?
I mean, if we're killing them using the hole, then wouldn't it have left the bodies in there? We are really thinking about this.
I
We're
don't
supposed to be
know.
improvising. Okay, so
All right. So
Otter, what do you
them-
think?
What's at the bottom of the hole?
We don't know what that is, buddy. You're gonna have to.
Something scary? Yes. Something big? Yes. So something big. With teeth? No teeth. So something big
And scary, no teeth.
with no teeth. Big and scary with no teeth. It's big and scary and has no teeth.
Wait, can it move? Is it a statue? A statue. Okay.
Have you been watching Doctor Who? Is it an angel? It's not a weeping angel.
He doesn't know what Doctor Who is. I have not introduced him to that. I know what you're talking about, the weeping angels. And that, if you look away, then. But it's a big statue. So what is a statue?
Big statue. With no teeth.
What's the statue of?
Is it? Are you you pointing to the pillow? The design on the pillow?
No, you're walking on all fours. It's something on all fours
Oh, it has no teeth.
that has no teeth.
I'm trying this. I'm getting really confused.
What
now.
animal walks on all fours and has no teeth?
A baby?
There's a statue of a baby.
They don't have teeth. And they crawl, so they walk on all fours.
Okay, it's a giant statue, right? So there's a giant statue of a baby down there. It's weird, and that'd be scary enough in itself. Let's roll with it.
All right.
There's a giant statue of a baby at the bottom,
Yes.
and it looks creepy looking.
Like it's disfigured.
So he gets up, tries to get his bearings, and he hears a really weird roaring sound from up above.
So it's coming from where he fell through the hole. So whatever was in the CVS might follow him down the hole.
Or probably two, or I don't know.
We still haven't established what was in the CVS.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Oh, you're saying roll for initiative. We're not playing D&D.
I can go up and get my dice.
I mean, I have dice too, but it was like,
Oh.
why would we roll for initiative?
To see if we can get past.
That's normally for combat, though.
Yeah.
I'm like.
I have not played D&D, all right?
Really? I thought you played one campaign.
Yeah, and it was horrible, and it was like...
Everybody died?
No, it wasn't even that. It was just, like, really bad.
Oof.
And I haven't wanted... It made me never want to play D&D ever again. So... I haven't touched it since. I haven't bothered. So, yeah. But that's enough about that.
Anyway, so... Okay, so... He gets his bearings. He looks around this. Notice is that there's smaller statues of the same thing that's in front of him, but they're all leading down a path. So there's a path that has less disfigured smaller statues going to the left, and more disfigured statues going to the right.
Okay, that was weird.
Welcome back. Okay.
Hi, we're back. That was weird. We don't know what happened.
I'm gonna have to edit shit. Gotcha.
All right.
Well, wait. I can edit from phone.
I was gonna say,
That's
shouldn't
bad.
that be easy?
And yeah, it's a lot easier than for some reason editing on my computer.
All right. So there are two paths, and we're
right.
like you're reminding me what was down which one.
Oh right. Okay, so there's a giant disfigured baby statue that's in front of him,
Okay.
and then the path to his left has smaller statues that lead down a path, but the statues are less disfigured.
Okay.
And the statues to the right lead down to another path, but they're more disfigured. So which way does he go?
I mean, I say we rock, paper, scissors to figure out what direction he goes. Otter, do you want to play?
He's looking at you because you know very well you can't play rock paper scissors. I'm like, it's
well, this is something
he can't even throw.
Okay,
He can't.
all right,
He can't throw rock paper or scissors.
This is something we should roll for.
God.
Evens, he goes.
Wait, I have a coin.
Even you go to the left. Odds so heads you go to the left. Tails you go to the right. Okay.
Okay.
Are
Reach
you
into
sure?
this pocket here. Pull out a coin. There are 3 in there. Just pull out one. Okay.
All right. I got a big
That's
one.
tails. That's it.
All right.
Flip a coin.
So we got heads and we got tails.
All right.
All right.
What did it land on?
It landed on Tails.
Okay, so Tails is going to the right.
Yes.
Okay, so he's going. So he gets up, goes to the right. So he keeps going, keeps going. Notice that he's been walking for quite a while, like at least 15, 20 minutes. And then he hears like rubble moving and ahead of him.
Rubble?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So you about to be chased down the tunnel by a boulder like Indiana Jones?
what? No.
I don't know. You said rubble.
I'm like,
You said rubble moving, so I was thinking like boulders coming down and chasing them like Indiana Jones. My head works differently. I'm sorry.
Otter's confused.
I'm confused too. Don't worry, Otter.
Here, you hold on to the coin.
All right.
All right, so.
So here's rumbling. Boulders rumbling.
So does he stop, or he stop in his tracks, or keep moving forward?
I mean, if boulders are rumbling above you, I would keep moving forward because if you stand underneath that, it's gonna collapse on you.
So he moves. Okay, so he goes
runs.
forward.
He runs forward because I would not chance.
So what ends up happening is it does collapse, but it's what's in front of him that collapses. So it opens up, and he's now in another building.
So he went from underground and now he's in another building.
The basement of another building. Yeah. So
Okay.
the thing collapsed and opened up to reveal the basement of another building. So now he's at a set of stairs.
Well, you got to go up.
All right. So
you're already in the basement. You can't go further down.
All right. So he goes up the stairs, and then he gets to the top of the stairs. He's met with 3 paths, like one going forward, one going to the left, and one going to the right.
Up. No, one more. No, you should have more stairs going up. So you should have.
He got it to the top of the stairs.
Oh, like yeah. So he climbed every flight of stairs.
Yeah.
That was in that building.
Yep.
It's a lot of stairs. How tall was this building?
I only made about like 2 flights. I'm like,
that's a small building.
Again, he was in the basement, so.
Yeah, that's still a small building. Only 3 flights.
Well, he went up 2 flights of stairs, and now there's a labyrinth of hallways.
Okay.
So he's probably in if anything, he's probably in a sub basement.
Okay.
And then probably got to another part of the sub basement.
Okay.
So there's a path forward. There's a path to his left. There's a path to his right. The path forward is well lit. The path to his left is
darkness.
Yeah, pitch black. And the path to the right, the lights are flickering.
I mean, probably safest would be to go towards where it's lit, but then you have the whole "don't go towards the light" thing.
He's not dead. He's not yet. At least not yet, but yeah.
So you should go towards the light.
Okay.
Well, would you go towards the darkness or towards the light?
I'm not going to run into pitch blackness, considering that everything that he just ran from.
That's true. So he goes towards the light.
Okay,
he follows the light.
So he goes straight.
But he's not dead. But he goes to the light.
So he goes towards the well-lit area. So he goes down the well-lit path. And suddenly...
he feels a gust of wind.
Yeah. So he feels a gust of wind and looks around and notices that there's a closed door, but there's a draft coming from the other side.
It feels cool to the touch. You can feel the cold air.
Yep. So, what does he do?
Well, open the door.
As soon as he goes to open the door, he is drop kicked by what can only be described as um hmm. Okay, so those those disfigured baby statues, it looks like that, only they were aged up to an adult.
So he got drop kicked by a disfigured adult statue.
Only it's not a statue.
A drop kicked by a disfigured adult.
Yeah, but but it really does look like the statue.
Okay.
So it drop kicks him and he goes flying into the wall. And so this thing is now this thing's basically carrying the equivalent of God, what was that game where the guy had a pyramid for a head?
Silent Hill.
There you go. And he's carrying his axe.
Oh, he's got Silent Hill axe.
Yeah. So
Does the fog roll in?
no, it's clear. So
there should be a fog rolling if you got the Silent Hill axe.
well, nah. So he gets drop kicked by that. He already got drop kicked. So
He already got drop kicked. You want to drop kick this guy again?
Like, well, he went flying into the wall and he's on the ground. So now he's trying. So now
he's trying to get up.
So now he's faced with either dodging left or dodging right.
So pitch black or flickering lights?
No, because he's still in that well-lit hallway, remember? He felt the draft, and then he went to go touch the door, and got kicked.
So now there's other doors. He's going to go and hide.
So it's either he continues straight down the hallway or goes back the way he came.
Well, keep going, because you...
So he's dodging left.
Yeah, okay.
So he's dodging left, and... So he's running and running and running and running and running and running and running, and then all of a sudden there's double doors in front of him. So this thing, by the way, is giving chase to him. So it's running after him. So does he stand his ground or does he go through it? Try to attempt to go through that door.
I mean, I would want to get away, so attempt to get through the door.
Okay. So he attempts to get through the door, but it's like slow. It's like one of those really heavy doors. So as he's pushing, but it's slowly opening.
Okay.
Like there's something on the other side of it.
That's keeping a pressure on it.
Yeah. So he's pushing as hard as he can. And this thing's running after him. So he keeps pushing, and gets it open just wide enough so he can jump in. So he jumps in, and...
Just as the thing catches up to him and manages to, like, get him on the, like, scratch him on the back. So he gets another...
So he
does get wounded.
Again.
As he manages to scrape. And the door closes on the hand of the heavy door closes on the hand, severing the hand from the arm. And it's just there.
Okay, so... Yep. So he...
I'm sorry, Otter.
Alright, so so now he is in the Nordstrom Rack City Center. Or what's left of it.
Okay.
So he's managed to get all the way over to the city center.
Wow.
Yep. So but again, like everything else, it's abandoned. There's nothing in there except for the severed hand.
Yes.
So he gets up and then tries to look around, and he smells food. So he comes out of Nordstrom Rack, and then he looks around, and he's in the lobby, and he can see the or he could see that there's something cooking upstairs.
That's not right.
Next, yeah. So he goes up the stairs, and what does he find when he gets up the stairs?
A human body being barbecued.
Okay.
Well, I mean, something was cooking, and you got dead bodies in the CVS.
Okay, so the human body's being cooked.
Something's cooking.
Someone was cooking.
Someone was cooking someone.
Okay. So he goes in. Undeterred. So he seems to be undeterred. So he goes in and just goes past.
I mean, he does live in a cave.
Yeah.
So.
And this is not the first dead body he's seen all day. So.
Nope.
At this point, it's par for the course. So he goes in, and he tries to find the medicine aisle in the shop right.
Mm-hmm.
So, thankfully, he gets to the medicine aisle and finds what he was looking for. So, he's happy, and he grabs it and takes it. But just as he does, there's something at the end of the aisle looking at him, and the eye is has glowing eyes, but it doesn't move. It just starts kind of growling.
So you have something demonic with glowing eyes that's just growling.
And looking at him. He can't see what it is fully, he just sees the eyes.
So it could be... Is it a real thing? Because it could be an animatronic thing.
Would there be an animatronic?
Halloween.
There's no spirit Halloween there.
I don't know. I mean, it's an abandoned city center. There's going to be no movie theater there. You really don't think Spirit Halloween is going to take that up? As soon as the movie theater is going to be gone, there's going to be Spirit Halloween in the remnants of the city center. Movie theater. Unless the movie theater takes it over.
Otter is completely lost in the story. He's like, the hell is going on?
I'm sorry, I got lost too.
Okay, so
I warned him that we were gonna go off on tangents.
We're so presumably that this is after the city. It still has a month. God, I'm like,
no, all right.
I'm
I'm sorry.
Let it die peacefully.
I'm sorry.
So, but apparently this is after it closes. So apparently the biggest Spirit Halloween we have had yet is upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So does he either A, try to run for it, or B, back away slowly?
Back away slowly, because it could actually not be something that's fake. It could be real. It could, at a big move, just lunge at you and then bite your leg off.
So he backs away slowly, and so it jumps out, and what appears to him is basically the equivalent of a Pikachu.
Okay, so you got a Pikachu.
Yeah, it looks like a rabid Pikachu, but it's like even if it bites you, it's not doing anything to you.
Okay, so it's Pikachu.
So it gets closer to him, and then it smells the burning body.
Yeah.
And then it starts running away back into the dark. So does he take the cue and to follow it, or does he turn around to see if it's something to run from, if it's something that he should be running from?
No, follow the Pikachu.
Okay, so he follows the Pikachu.
Follow the Pikachu because Pikachu's cute. Follow the demonic Pikachu.
He follows the demonic Pikachu into the dark.
Yes.
And then he's met with a horde of demonic Pikachus who are now just who are now somewhat startled that there's somebody else there that's alive. But then so they all seem fine with him. So they don't really mess with him. Until
they should mess with him.
Until they hear a loud thud noise. Like something metallic is walking towards him.
Okay.
So now they're all agitated again, but they're all facing away from him. They're like facing the opposite direction. Does he now turn around and look to see what it is, or does he try to run back out the door?
Turn around and face the Terminator.
Okay, it's not exactly Terminator.
Well,
but
you said metallic, so what I'm thinking is that if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Basically,
Metallic
it's
looks
somebody that was you. Basically, it's this really big guy that used pots and pans as armor.
So it's a human.
Yes. But he can't be heard. He's not very clear in his words because, he's in a suit of armor, so he can't be quite made out.
Okay.
So he
But he's not a dead
like
human.
no, he's a regular human, just really, really portly guy
Okay.
with pots and pans for armor.
Okay.
And so
someone raided the ShopRite cookingware aisle.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Or the Target. There's two places you can buy pots and pans, and if they're all abandoned, you don't need to buy them.
He's using it for armor. I don't think he's gonna.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like if they're all abandoned, that's where you got them from. Target or ShopRite.
Okay, so this is what he hears. So I'm going to say it, and then you're going to try to interpret it.
All right.
So what was so what's the boy's response?
Welcome to Good Burger.
He says, "Welcome to Good Burger." The reply is,
"Home of the Good Burger."
The conversation continues. So the guy with the suit now is with the pots and pans suit is visibly confused. Like, what? He's tilting his. You can't see his face, but he's taking the stance of visible confusion. So he's like. So what does he say? Oh my god.
What the fuck are you on?
You're speaking as a boy.
Yes.
Okay.
What
so
what
then
the
he changes.
Fuck are you on?
So he changes tactics. What the fuck are you on? It's like the guy stares at him for a long beat, and then just says, and then turns and walks away.
Pikachu. And walks away.
So one of the demonic Pikachus answered to that and then decided to tackle the man.
Okay.
So the man now gets back up and says, so then what?
What did he say?
It's not what he says, like, what does the boy say? Because the Pikachu apparently took the cue to tackle this man
Mm-hmm.
from the boy.
Down, Pikachu.
So the Pikachu stands down because somehow it understands commands.
I think I got very confused here. I thought I was interpreting what the guy was saying.
Oh no.
Okay.
You've been speaking as a boy this whole time.
See, that didn't click. I thought I was interpreting what
That's like that's I've been speaking as a guy.
No, that was. I thought I was trying
So
to
the whole
interpret.
Good Burger thing was like that's
but
why
I
the guy
thought-
was visibly confused.
That's why I thought I was. I got confused. So I thought I was.
The guy in the armor was confused. Was like, what are you talking
I was confused too. See, this is why it doesn't work.
So, with that, the guy in the armor, now agitated, is saying this.
Pikachu, use quick attack.
And it's super effective. This man goes down and he's knocked out cool. I'm like... So the demonic Pikachu now returns bouncing happily
to the side
of this kid.
This kid, yeah.
And all the other ones are rejoicing like they're happy.
Yeah.
So now the boy, having the medicine that he needs for his brothers,
now he's
tries
got
to figure out how to
demonic
help him.
Pikachu. He's got an army of demonic Pikachus at his side too.
Yeah. But just as he walks out of the shop, right? Guess who he runs into?
Ah, the guy that lost his hand.
Yeah, and he's pissed.
He is really pissed.
And he didn't lose his axe singing hand either. He just lost his free hand.
He lost the hand that scratched him.
Yep.
Still has the axe.
So now, and he's
now you've
blocking
got one arm.
his only exit. So now what happens?
Well, you have a horde of Pikachu at your service, at your command.
I'm leaving this part of the story up to you.
This is the time where
I'm leaving this part of the story up to you.
Sacrificial.
Sacrifice to God. I'm like.
Well, I mean, he's got to get out and get to his brothers, so he's got to use some of the Pikachu to attack the thing with the axe, and I don't think all of the demonic Pikachu are going to make it.
Okay, so
this axe is going to be swinging at all of them.
So they all attack, and mind you, they're Pikachu, so they can use long range attacks like Thunderbolt. I'm like,
yes, but we don't know what this thing is, if it's immune to thunder or not. This thing already got his arm cut off, and it didn't hinder him at all. He just got angry.
Well, it hindered him a bit considering he doesn't have an arm now.
Yeah, but he didn't lose he still kept following him, so clearly it didn't weaken him enough.
All right,
didn't lose enough blood.
So all of them latch on to. So some of them latch onto his arm that he still does have, and start using bite. But when they start using bite, they start biting through his arm to the point where they literally just gnaw off his arm.
So now he's. It's just.
So now he's screeching.
So now
these
just
Pikachus are
wounds.
now just gnawing off his legs. Yeah.
So now we're going into the Black Knight from Monty Python.
But this thing does not speak English.
But
it's just streaking
It's literally shrieking. It's just a flesh wound.
But oh god.
I'm
so
sorry.
It's screeching. It's just a flesh.
Arm, leg. It's now just a torso screeching its head off. Yeah. All I can think about is Monty Python. I'm sorry. We've already we've already went off the deep end of whatever the fuck tangents we were on.
So So the boy takes his time to run. Some of the Pikachu still follow him home.
Mm-hmm.
So a few hours go by. He finally makes it back to the cave.
Yay!
And
Finally.
he sees his brothers. And
Are they still alive? Did they make it?
yeah, they're still somewhat alive. They're so he gives them the medicine, but all of a sudden he notices all of the Pikachu start like moving around weird or acting funny. So basically they kind of look like they're evolving, except without the bright lights.
So demonic Raichu.
So yeah. So you have a bunch of demonic Raichu now.
Okay.
So now, but they all start growling and they start biting at the brothers, all three brothers.
So
and
the
they're
demonic
cornered.
Raichu start eating the brothers.
They start snapping at them, like trying to bite at them. So there's nowhere else in the cave to go.
Because it's a cave.
Yep.
They're stuck.
So do they try to fight? So do now the brothers have some strength, they'll use the rest of the strength to try to fight their way out, or do they just let themselves get eaten?
Well, no, they're going to try and fight their way out because why would you just let yourself get eaten?
Alright, so they try to fight their way out.
I mean, I'm sure they have, like, some sort of basic... Well, they probably have axes, because...
They have rocks.
They probably chop their own firewood.
They have rocks.
They have rocks. How do they keep warm if they live in a cave?
They have blankets.
No, they don't. Aren't they homeless?
Yeah, but they can still steal a blanket. Like,
yeah, so they could steal an axe and have firewood.
There are no trees, really.
There's no trees. The cave is not in a... Aren't caves in woods?
Somehow, I don't even know why the caves in White Plains, but we've taken a lot of liberties here.
No, I mean, like, the cave has to be, like, near woods or something.
So, anyway, they use rocks against the things, and they're super effective because it's a rock type against an electric type. Mm-hmm. So, literally, one tap hit from the rock, and they just out. Die. I'm like, they just
So the demonic Raichu are dead.
And then, so the brothers say that they're really, really hungry, so they start eating the Raichu.
The demonic Raichu.
But then everything seems normal until they all start to notice different changes. Like they all started to mutate, and they start to look more and more like the statue that that the brother had passed.
Okay.
And that's the end.
All right.
Of that one.
Yeah. That was not scary at all. That went off on so many tangents.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I knew that was gonna happen.
Alrighty. I have another story.
Alright.
This time it's a What Would Darcy Do story.
Oh, this sounds like fun. What could I do?
Okay, so you are the main character in the story.
Yay! Me! Alright.
I'm just setting up the scene and telling you what is there and what isn't there. So,
this sounds more fun.
So you're here at home by yourself.
Okay.
Rocky is asleep. Dad's on a trip.
Okay.
He's on a trip by himself. So it's just you home for the weekend alone.
Okay.
And you're sitting in the living room. Mm-hmm. You're watching TV.
Okay.
Suddenly, Rocky's barking.
Okay.
Like he normally does, like when he sees somebody come out thing. But it's 11 o'clock at night. So what are you going to do first?
What I'm gonna do first
Mhm.
is, well, I'm gonna go make sure that the alarm is on.
Okay, so you go to check the alarm. Alarm's on,
Mhm.
and do you check to make sure that both
The-
doors are locked?
Yes.
Okay, so you check the front door. That's
And the
locked.
back door.
You
That's
go to the back door. You notice that somebody has just walked away from the back door
Mhm.
because like that back door, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just see a shadowy figure walk past,
Yep.
and
I turned every light on.
so every light is on now.
Yes.
All right. So you turn on every light, and then all of a sudden the phone rings.
I'm not answering the phone.
Okay, so you let the phone ring, keeps ringing, and stops eventually.
Mhm.
So it's quiet, really, really quiet.
Mhm.
So what do you do now?
Well, I put the TV back on, make sure it's nice and loud. I don't like the quiet. Quiet's unnerving me.
Okay, so
I
you put
grab the
TV
baseball
on.
bat that's by the door.
Okay, you're hold up with the baseball bat and the TV. So all of a sudden your cell phone starts ringing.
Okay.
So are you answering the phone?
It's my cell phone? Yes.
Okay, so you answer the cell phone.
Yes.
So at first it's kind of garbled because you know how your service is.
Yes, it should service.
So like you hear, so this is what you hear like kind of other words. So you hear Darcy house,
So it's my dad. Most likely calling. Yeah.
but you're looking at the number. You don't recognize the number,
Okay.
but you also don't recognize who it is on the other end of the phone. You've never heard that voice before.
No.
So before you can ask who it is, the call disconnects
Okay.
because the service drops out.
Yeah.
So it says call lost.
Mhm.
Then you hear something break, glass break in the kitchen.
Well, then the alarm goes off.
No, it's just a glass.
Yeah, but if something breaks, was it how the glass? The only glass that would be like a glass.
Yeah, like a cup.
Okay, that's weird. Why would that break?
You have to figure it out. So are you gonna go check it out?
Well, I'm still
Because
trying
Rocky
go.
Because Rocky jumped up and went to go and see.
Well, all the lights are on, so I don't know how the glass would break. It must have fallen in the sink because
All right. So are you gonna go check that out though?
well, as long as it's not on the floor, I can clean it up later. The glass broke.
So
in the
you're
sink.
just leaving it there?
Yeah.
Okay. So so you're still in the living room, right?
Yes. Still holding the bat.
Yep, still home with that.
Mhm.
Great. So you turned away for a second and then went. So you see Rocky going to his bed over by the window,
In his spot. Yeah.
and then you notice that somebody is standing like right in the window, just looking in.
Well, they wouldn't because the curtain's already closed. If it's that late at night, the curtain's closed.
Oh, okay.
No, there's no way they'd be able to look in through the window. The only windows that don't have curtains are the ones in the kitchen. So it'd have to be back on the deck.
But okay, well let's say for argument's sake, you can tell that somebody's literally like at the window.
Rocky would be going crazy if there was someone there.
Yeah, so he's going crazy. So he's barking.
Okay.
And so you see, so do you go to see what he sees or what?
No, see, at this point, I've called the cops and been like, I'm alone and I'm scared.
About that.
Someone said, yeah.
So your phone is not picking up service. Landline,
Wi-Fi calling.
no good.
You didn't tell me that the Wi-Fi was out.
You haven't tried. You haven't got it. You haven't got
But
to that
no,
part.
but we can't. But if the lights are on, then we still have power. So that means we still have Wi-Fi.
You have to go check the connection.
And also, my phone also has the emergency things. Even if I'm not in this area of service, I can hit the SOS help button.
So you hit. Hit the SOS button.
It'll send a GPS location. It'll ping 911 to my location.
Right. So you hit the SOS button, and it looks like it went through, but then your phone all of a sudden cuts out for a second, and then displays a message. So it's displaying something that looks like it's in gibberish at first, and then it starts to spell out. It starts to spell out. You only have 5 hours.
See.
And now it gives you a little countdown timer.
So now all of a sudden I'm in the ring?
No.
Like, did I watch a videotape that only gives me, like, a certain amount of time? Like, what?
Wait, no.
No, this is weird. This is getting weird.
Of course it's weird. No, like,
yeah.
That's the point of it.
No, but this is, like, what would I do? This is not, like, what would I do? No, I'm still gonna try and, like, contact 911. It doesn't matter, like...
So, yeah, you hit the button, and, like, you saw the thing go through, and then it glitched. Now your phone's doing that. So what do you do with the phone?
Oh, I restart my phone.
So, okay, so you try to restart the phone, and it gives you a different screen that you've never seen before.
Well, then my phone got hacked.
But now it's now it's like the speaker is
so
on.
So now I'm mourning for my phone.
Huh?
Now I'm mourning for my phone because my phone is hacked.
Oh my
I
Lord.
can never get any of
You're mourning for your phone, and then
I can't get any of my stuff back.
All right, so your phone is now speaking to you. Like you know how your speaker function comes on.
So it's
like
Alexa.
Like, essentially.
Okay.
So
well,
it's saying that you only have 5 hours.
Okay, 5 hours till what?
It says you only have 5 hours. It just keeps repeating that. Anytime you ask specific questions about what, then it will repeat that.
Okay, so I can't ask that question.
So what other question will you ask?
Can I order some food? So it takes a bit. It takes a beat. I totally threw it off with that one.
And then somehow opens Grubhub and then puts an order in for you. And you see that the order is on its way. And then it glitches back to the other screen that you've never seen before. And says, okay, so what should it say now? Do not go upstairs.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm a little bit scared. So I was probably gonna stay all night on the couch with the baseball bat with the TV on and all the lights on. There was no moving from where I was. Like, I was not gonna be going upstairs anyway.
Mm-hmm. Rocky is now running around the house, barking at every window he could possibly see.
Yeah.
Because, just for context, little do you know that at every window, even the ones that should be impossible to be standing at, there's somebody standing directly on the other side. And, breathing on the glass. Even though, let's say the curtains are closed, there's somebody standing right there, somebody standing right there, somebody standing right there. I don't know if we're actually on ground. Oh, no, we're on the ground floor. But,
yeah.
For example, the one by the kitchen, that's not on the ground floor. But there's somebody standing there as if,
there's a deck, so you can get up to those windows from the deck.
The one that's normally behind us in the other videos?
Oh, no, not that one.
Yeah. But, for some odd reason, there's people standing there. But unbeknownst to you, you haven't checked that part out yet.
Okay. Well, I don't
because even if you went to just to give you a clarification. Like if you looked up at the skylight, there's somebody looking down at it.
Okay, yeah.
But but you haven't checked that out. So you're not moving right now, right?
No.
Rocky is running around barking at everything, and he's done it. So he's been doing this for the past 15 minutes to the point where he's starting to run out of energy, or he's starting to get hoarse.
Hey, come here.
Right on cue.
Right on cue. Come here.
Yeah. So this is Rocky by everybody, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey. All right.
All right. So now Rocky is basically kind of running out of energy, and he's giving you as much warning as possible.
Yeah.
So
Well, I definitely know something's wrong because of Rocky, but
so now the phone is now saying pick me up. Are you picking up the phone? Okay.
no. Fuck you, phone. You got hacked and I can't use you anymore, so fuck you, phone.
It ordered you, Grandpa.
And I'm gonna actually bring that into the. That means opening the door. No, that's not happening. I know.
You
I
asked if to order food. It ordered. Thought about it and ordered food for you.
It doesn't matter. I still like you wanted me to what
it's
could
I? It was trying to be friendly.
I still don't want to open the door if there's shit outside.
Good call.
All right, so I'm sorry. I appreciate the thought, phone. Thank you, but no.
So, the phone is asking, please pick me up.
No.
Please look at me.
Nope. You hurt me, phone. You got hacked. You don't deserve to be looked at.
That's what you're telling the phone.
That's what I'm telling the phone.
The phone responds with, I'm not hacked, I'm just alive.
No. Nope. No, you should not be alive. That's a Rotom?
No.
Like the Pokemon that, turns electronic things alive.
Oh.
Rotom. Or whatever it is.
I haven't gotten that far. Forgot about it. But essentially, it has it's gained its own sentience. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
So, it's like, I'm not a hacked, I'm alive.
I don't trust you.
Okay, so the phone says, fair enough, but you need to stay away from the windows now.
Well, I'm not planning on going near any windows, so I'm good. Where I'm sitting in the living room, there's no window near me.
Except for where Rocky is. The closest one is where Rocky would normally go sit.
Yeah, but I'm closer to the washing machine. There's no window near there.
Yeah, that's the closest window.
Yeah, but I'm not close to that window. I'm far away from that window.
No, I'm saying that's the closest window to you.
Yeah,
right?
But it's not that close. It's not close enough for me to be near it.
All right.
So I can't. I'm good.
All right. So.
TV on, lights on. I am near window. I still have my baseball bat. I'm not near the window, and I still have a baseball bat.
All right. So, your phone now is like, I have a name.
All right. What's your name?
My name's Al.
Hello, Al.
I still need to speak with you.
No.
So, Al then kind of casts himself to the TV.
Okay.
So, it's basically the little icon that when you don't have a picture for somebody.
I know.
That's basically what's on your TV screen now.
Okay.
And it just has Al on the top.
Okay. So now you're forcing me to acknowledge you.
Yeah. He says this is important. Nice. This is very important. You need to stay away from the windows.
I don't want to go near the windows, so we're good.
But you are kind of near a window.
Nope, I'm near the washing machine and there's a wall right behind me.
Okay, so just to paint you a picture. So, ever see what's the best way to put it? Okay, so like you know how like that symbiote thing from Spider-Man like kind of
Yeah.
stretches out. It's like so you start seeing like from the windowsill like tendrils and stuff coming out.
Okay, if anything tries to open or get in, the alarm goes off.
It no like it's like basically like just like from here
It
you
doesn't.
it starts
It doesn't
crawling.
matter. Anything breaks that
It's not breaking it.
tension. No,
That's the thing.
it doesn't matter. It's not. It doesn't have to break it. But if it moves through the window at all, it should set the sensors off.
It should, but it's not.
Well,
You don't know what it is.
again,
So
this has become less fun than I thought it was gonna be. Like you took away my phone, you took away my TV.
I didn't take away the phone.
Yes,
I just
you
gave
did.
you. I just gave it an upgrade, if anything.
No, that's taking it away, and then you took away the TV. That's not nice. If I only have 5 hours, let me watch Star Wars or something.
You don't even know what the 5 hours is for.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. If I only have 5 hours, let me watch Star Wars or Lord of the Rings or something. Let me at least enjoy those 5 hours, whatever the fuck it is.
Okay, so
Whatever
Al's
it is.
gonna try to break stuff down for you. So he says, "Do you see the stuff creeping around the windowsill?
Yes.
It will keep spreading from each window, so stay away from it.
Okay.
So that will include the walls
Okay.
eventually.
Okay. So stay in the center of the room.
Okay, so you move a little closer to the center of the room.
Yep.
Right.
I bring Rocky with me too.
Yeah, Rocky's like kind of like behind. He ran behind the bar, like as much as he possibly
he
can.
Can't get there. There's too much stuff there.
Oh, okay. So, where else?
No, Rocky's with me.
All right. So
Rocky's by my side right
all
now.
right. So, but he doesn't want to go anywhere. I'm like,
No.
he does not want to go anywhere. So he explains that whatever. So as long like the floor should be safe.
Okay.
The uninfected walls should be safe as long as you don't see the black tendrils on it.
Okay.
Should be safe. And also things are about to start getting very weird.
Weirder than they already are. All right.
So he's like, I'm like, he's added a new function to your phone.
Why?
It's going to help you in the long term because things are, as I said, are going to get weird.
Okay.
So, case in point, you notice Rocky's starting to float.
Why is my dog floating?
Did we not emphasize that this is going to get weird?
Yes. Well, that's the first thing I'm gonna ask. Like, why the fuck is my dog floating?
The laws of physics are being rewritten.
I'll float. You'll float too.
It's like
sorry. Little Georgie.
Al does say he's like that's the last thing you want to happen.
Little Georgie's saying we all float. We'll all float too. Sorry.
So, to combat this, your phone now has a feature where it will get it has a on and there's a on your screen. There's now a on button and an off button.
Turn it on.
So he had to explain what it does. I'm like,
Okay.
So he's gonna explain basically if you start feeling something that otherwise shouldn't happen to you, like you start
To float.
floating or start sinking through the floor, hit the off button.
Off. Okay.
If things around you that should not be able to do like if inanimate objects are to come to life,
Turn
then
it off.
you hit on.
Okay, so off for me, on for inanimate
Right.
objects. Got
So
it.
if you're being affected, you turn
Hit
it off. If other things are being affected to come out to you or the dog, you hit on.
Okay.
So
off for me, on for everything else.
right.
Okay.
He's set. So Al continues to go on to say, upstairs is completely compromised.
That's alright. I did not want to go upstairs at all tonight.
That's the good news. The bad news is that downstairs is the safest place.
Downstairs in the basement?
Yes.
That's fine with me.
But there's a bit of a but there's also a bit of a thing. He's like he won't get as good as of a connection unless you keep the door open. Things will try to force the door close.
Okay.
So you got to try to keep that door open as much as possible so you use your on and off function.
Okay.
But at least there's no real windows down there.
No.
So they won't think to actually go underground.
Okay.
Which technically it is. So he says that's your safest bet.
Okay.
He'll still be able to talk to you through the phone. He just needed to get your attention.
Okay. So I'm in the basement.
You would
The door
damn,
open.
you moved that fast. So,
dude, like shit's happening. I'm scared. I'm gonna like be like moving as fast as I can. Like fuck that. There's no like dilly dallying.
all right. So
this
as
scenario.
you're going down the stairs,
Mhm.
you looked over. You saw the figure in the window. So
Okay.
are you going to ask what that is?
I don't really want to know.
Okay, fair enough. Also, I'll just let you know, like, by the way, your food got here.
That's alright. You can stay outside. I appreciate
I
you
have
ordering. I just don't trust opening the door. Nope. But thank you, Al, for getting the food.
Al gives you another button that says teleport. It's like, I can retrieve the food for you.
Okay.
Press this button.
All right.
Do you want to press the button or no?
Sure.
Food is teleported directly to you.
Cool.
From the corner where it was.
Thank you.
Because the Grub driver's like, nope, just left it right on the right at the driveway,
yeah.
and noped out.
Noped out. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Grubhub driver. You're not even gonna help me.
This is beyond. Like, to be fair, this is beyond his pay grade. I'm like,
right.
This is like he doesn't get any pay. He doesn't give tipped enough for this. I'm like, there's no amount of tip they would.
I would have tipped him.
I'm like, there's no amount of tip that would have had him like, yeah, no.
Yeah. All right.
So he finally elaborates on what the 5 hours is.
Okay.
So the 5 hours is that you're basically stuck in a hurricane special type of hurricane.
Oh, fun.
So this hurricane, as you guess, messes with the laws of physics.
Yay.
But also what causes this hurricane are these people that are outside your house.
And they're going to stay outside.
They move very, very slowly. So right now you're in the eye of the storm.
Fun.
And so eventually they will move on and then disappear. But that's your 5 hours. So you gotta basically ride this whole thing out for 5 hours.
Alright, well, it's definitely been at least like 45 minutes.
Yep.
Now, so we're counting down the time. So that's good. Alright.
Okay, so now where are you downstairs?
I'm by the stairs so I can keep the door open.
Alright. So you're starting to notice that the tendrils are creeping across the wall, just across from the door.
Okay.
So what are you going to ask Al?
What can I do to slow them? Is there anything I can do to slow them down?
Okay, so he has to think about it. In the meantime, the best thing he can do is he says he needs you to build something to prop the door open using what you have downstairs.
Okay.
So that he walks you through and he gives you a little list of instructions on the screen. It should take you about 15 minutes.
All right.
And you should basically be able to put it on the stairs, and it should just prop the door open.
All right.
So you don't have to keep holding it open.
So whatever it is, I do it.
Touch it.
Okay.
So.
All right. I make the thing 15 minutes or so, and now the door is propped open.
Right. So now Al has like, okay, I have good news and I have bad news.
Oh joy.
So which one do you want to hear first?
Bad news first.
The bad news is that there is a there's a second AI from somebody else's phone that is trying to override everything that all the safety measures that he's trying to put into place. So it's going to mess with your controls. So it'll invert your controls. So like instead of on the off button
Off.
being for you, the on button
On
will
is
be
for
for you,
me.
but
Yeah.
it'll be at random times.
Oh fun.
So also he says the good news is that it's been at least 3 hours. So you're more than halfway through.
All right, I got about 2 hours left.
About two and a half.
2.5. Okay.
No, wait. I just said 3 hours, so yeah, two.
Yeah.
I'm like, so you have 2 hours.
All right, I can do this.
Um, so then he chimes back in, like, so you remember when I said don't go upstairs? You may have to go upstairs.
Why?
Because because whoever left so somebody, either your dad or your brother left a phone.
See, that's weird because they only have one phone.
Somebody left another cell phone here, and that other cell phone is now acting as a thing. Basically, you got to destroy it. Short version is you have to destroy that phone.
Well, I'm still holding on to the baseball bat.
Yeah, that can destroy a phone.
So well, it's going to.
Okay, so he walks you through how like what you need to do before you go upstairs, because by now all the walls are infected. Okay. The floor is safe. Basically, any other surface than the floor is what you don't want to touch. Okay. So you don't want to touch the door. You don't want to touch the banister. You don't want to touch the walls.
All right, no banister. That's gonna be. I can do that.
All right. And also, so you know how we said it was the eye of the storm. Mm-hmm. So you know how the hurricane moves, right?
Yes.
So now these things are phasing through the wall.
Oh joy!
But they're registering as part of the house, and they're not registering as moving.
Okay.
Hence why your house security is not going off and going crazy.
Okay.
So, also, your house to the outside world looks like it disappeared. So police have been here but they're now wondering why like this house that was very much here is all of a sudden gone. So the outside world now, your house looks like
laws of physics are fucking.
Yes, I'm like,
okay.
So police are outside.
Okay, well, whatever. Thank you, but is there a way I can get upstairs?
Yes, just
then I do that, and I make my way up the stairs slowly, and don't touch anything but the floor.
Right.
And
so basically, any surface that you can walk on.
Okay. So
remember, you need to keep that him handy because he's your inverse tool. Well, so you get to the first landing, which is what's the first landing?
Well, there's only just the one landing.
No, you go up the stairs.
When I go up the stairs, there's just one step after that.
Oh.
The landing leads to my door, to my room, and then there's a single step that leads to my dad's room.
I haven't been up there in years.
My dad's room, my brother's, the guest room, and the bathroom.
Okay.
And then the attic. And
you also have an attic?
We have an attic, yeah.
I'm curious about the attic, but never mind. So like, I assumed you didn't have attic.
We'll explore that another time.
Like, that's a different story.
Okay.
So you get up to the thing. So you ask him where to go. So it should be the signal is coming from the leftmost room, which is I don't know. Once you
from the landing?
No.
Or once I get past the landing?
You're at the top of the stairs.
Left would either be the guest room or my
The
brother's
the
room.
leftmost room.
So my brother's room.
Okay, so it's in there. So the door's closed. So he
I'm
said
not
the good
supposed to
news
touch
is
the doors.
right, but the good news is you can you can't touch it, but the baseball bat can. So you're gonna have to knock that sucker down.
Okay. Well, I'll do my best to fix the door before my brother comes back. So I do my best and break the door down.
He says, thankfully, whatever damage you do to the house will repair itself once everything gets fixed. So.
Oh, good, because my brother would have killed me.
So like yeah, all
right.
damage you would have done to the house would have been fixed.
So I go in, get the door down. I see the phone.
All right, so you see the phone, so you go to swing at it.
I smash it to pieces with the bat because fuck that.
All right, so it smashed to pieces. Al's working again.
Yay! Thank you.
He's like, okay, I have great news and then I have terrible news.
Oh, again. All right.
So the great news is that you can, like, the surfaces are safe to touch. Every surface is safe to touch now. And
I can touch the walls and the banister.
Yeah, touch the walls, the banister. You're safe on that one.
Okay.
The horrible news is that now these things are mad at you, and because you broke the thing, it was being nice to them, and they feel now they're all mad at you, and now they're actually bending backwards to try to come at you. So
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you mad.
So he says so there are two things that can hurt them. Okay. So the first thing is light, and the other thing is
the lights have been on the whole time. The lights never turned off.
Like a really bright light. Like it has to be like
a flashlight?
No, like one of those like a car's high beams.
Oh, I don't have those.
Yeah, like something like that's super bright.
Okay, I don't have any of that. I don't have access to that.
Light they'll avoid okay, this type of light they'll avoid. But
I don't have that light. What's my second option?
A very, 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 very horrible noise.
So it like nails on chalkboard?
No.
No. That's not horrible.
Something that's intolerable to hear.
Nails on chalkboard.
No, not really. He goes down the list of what you would have. So it's so he goes down the list of what you would have is either play a very the most hated song in the world. Like he has a list of
it's a small world afterworld, or I love you, you love me.
Like the three most hated songs in the world.
Oh, so
play that.
So play the Barney song.
Or
it's a small world afterworld.
In the world.
Yeah.
Like he pulled up a playlist.
I'm pretty sure that those are on there.
Surprisingly, no.
Really?
There are worse songs, far worse songs. Like based on key change, lyrics, vocals.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, at least it's like you can sing those, but it's like you can't sing them off. Like songs that are just sung completely off.
Stuff.
Like songs that are sung
sing. We're not singing.
No, so not you sing, but songs that are basically recorded songs that were sung so off key that it's
you've gone on a worse tangent than me. I have no clue I don't know what's
basically
going on
anymore. That's how bad the song is. It's like you would never play this even if it were if you play it the side effect to you is that your ears start hurting intensely.
Okay, my ears are hurting. My ears are hurting from the explanation.
Yeah, you have an ear infection. That's how bad it hurts.
All right. Can we get to the list?
So he gives you a list, and he gives you a list of 10 songs,
Okay.
but you can only use the song once, and you can only use it for a few seconds before you before you kind of pass out, because like a song will disorient you.
Okay.
So you play it in short intervals, and then you
Okay.
have to go to the next song. And once you go through the whole playlist, then you can go back to the top song and play it.
Okay.
So that's when they actually start to come after you.
All right. Well, I can do that. That's no problem.
All right. The other thing is that when you're near, um, wait, did just establish, uh, oh, why can't I? Did Rocky come upstairs with you or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Rocky's been with me the whole time because of the
All right.
fact that there is mouse poison in the basement and we don't want him to eat that. So he
Okay.
is never left unsupervised in the basement.
All right. So the
So
other
he's
thing
with me the whole time.
so
I've had his leash on.
so here would explain how it works for you. It works double as for Rocky, so you have to use shorter intervals.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because it hurt Rocky way more than it hurt you.
That's fine.
Because his hearing's more sensitive.
I know, that's fine.
So the other part to that is that your dad's on his way home early. So somehow you need to force this thing out. You have to force this all out so that your house reappears.
I now probably have about an hour left because you gave me a 2-hour thing. So it's probably been about 45 to 50 minutes now.
Yeah, it's been an hour.
So I have about an hour left.
Right.
Okay.
So now you have to force this hurricane, this whatever storm to pass, and then for your house to reappear
before my dad gets home.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's giving you a little things like, by the way, your dad's on this street and on this street and on this street. He's like, so he's giving all this information in the background.
Okay.
So
that's fine. I do whatever I can to make it through this. This is no, it doesn't matter what. I'm gonna do whatever I can.
All right. So then
that is my choice.
So now you start to notice that they start leaving you alone, and then they start moving they all start moving away. So Al says, "Oh, okay, I just have bad news."
Okay.
So, short version, they're all making one large guy to just basically come at you. So, you're gonna have to play the song, but you're gonna have to leave me there and get away as far as you possibly can.
Okay, so hit play and run.
Yeah, but you can't run. But remember, it disorients you very badly.
That's fine. I'll do my best to get as far away as I can.
So he does give you a suggestion. Get some noise canceling things for you and the dog.
Well, I can't do the best I can do is put some cotton in for Rocky. So I don't have headphones for him, but I have headphones for me.
All right. So he gives you a timer so that way you have enough time to run, and then he can't because he can only do so much, so you have to hit the button yourself.
That's fine.
So.
Well, I'm ready.
All right. So you're ready.
Mhm.
So you hit the button and you go.
Mhm.
This thing is now wailing and screaming.
Okay.
So you get to the door and you notice that everything starts looking like it's brand new all of a sudden. So your door looks like it was just put in. The carpet looks brand new.
Okay.
Everything looks brand new.
Mhm.
And it looks, and then it starts to basically the whole house starts to de-age.
Okay.
But you do see lights and sirens and stuff outside.
Okay.
So you're trying to unlock so you get the door unlocked. You go outside, and now everything looks very different.
Okay.
So the police are there. Your dad just pulled up.
Mhm.
And the house is back where it was, but it's not exactly the same as it was.
Okay.
Basically, to give you context, your house looks like it's brand new.
Okay.
Like how it was when it first opened or was built.
Okay. It's an old house. Oh wow.
Yeah. And then, all right. So now you're outside. So are you gonna go back in and ask what the heck just happened? Because now everything just once that happened and you got outside, then everything else returned to normal. Except
Well,
safe for the house.
now I can just breathe a sigh of relief and be like, I'm out of there. My dad's here. The cops are there. Okay, good. We'll just have to figure out what to say, but I'll wait until I have to.
So the police ask, where did this house come from? What happened? How did you get here?
And I'm just gonna be like, well, officer, my phone got possessed, and then the house got possessed, and then I had to, like, play a horrible music, and then I ran out the door with my dog. And somehow, I made it through.
All right. So your dad's phone rings first. Yeah, so your dad's cell phone starts ringing.
Well, I mean, he should have his phone on him.
Yeah,
So, like,
his cell phone starts ringing, and it just gives him a message to pick up now.
okay.
And your dad tries to hit cancel. So what do you tell him to do?
Tell him to answer the phone.
Okay, so he answers the phone. Al takes over. He's like, it should be safe to go inside. Just how like the unintended effect. Apparently, the house has been repaired has been reset to before, like you guys even took over the house.
Okay.
So your house is basically brand new.
Oh.
Like it didn't like reset like your computer and everything. It just reset its
do
basic
we still have
structure.
this stuff?
Yeah. So all your stuff is still there.
Okay.
So like the basic structure of the house and the wiring and everything is brand new. It's like as it was when it was first built.
So, not that brand new, just because that was like built in the 30s.
Oh, so he's gonna he once he realizes that, then once he realizes that, it's like you're gonna need a good electrician.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's like he tells you that he goes on to say that he's always been a part of your phone, but he will now just be basically he will downsize himself to an app.
Okay.
So whenever you actually need him to explain through like strange phenomena, then that's where you just tap on the app and then he'll take over.
All right. Well, thank you,
Do
Al.
that.
Thank you, Al.
So you go into your new house that it has plugs shoved into the wall that weren't even invented. And you guys now have to deal with getting an electrician. But otherwise, you have a brand new house. Minus electricity. And oh shit, used the 30s?
Yeah.
It's also probably running water too.
No, 1930s. There was running water.
Oh, okay, cool. So you have plumbing.
And electricity, just not as not as
advanced.
not
So
as
you have to bring it somewhat up to
we
code.
have to, yeah. Especially we want to turn on the computer.
Also, you did leave on all the lights, so like it kind of. So I think that the use of the fuse is about to blow.
Probably. But yeah, all right.
And that was the end of your 5 hours.
Oh, good. Well, now I'm gonna go and eat my food.
I thought you ate the food already.
No, I didn't have time to. I didn't have time to. I had to build the thing to prop the door open. I didn't have time to eat.
All right, so post credits is you just go down to the basement and grab the Grubhub food.
Yeah.
And just bring it upstairs.
Yeah.
oven that does not work.
Well, who said it was something that needed to be eaten hot?
Okay.
Could be a
So,
sandwich.
there you go.
Could be a sandwich. Right?
All right. So there you go.
Right? I mean, if they ordered for me, then they know what I would like. So, touche. Okay. Are we done?
Yeah.
That was weird. That was so weird. What the fuck was going on? What are you looking for?
The remote.
Did you lose it? Are you sitting on it?
I hope to God not.
Did it fall into the cushion?
Probably. Otter, you see it?
I don't know where it is.
I will find it.
Okay.
Okay, so that was your story.
All right.
Oy.
I said we do yours another time because I gotta think of something. I gotta think of something for that.
Okie doke. Is it set at my house?
Probably. I gotta think.
Thankfully, I live on like just one floor. It's just rooms.
Right.
I'm like, I'm just like, oh, cool. I don't have to go up multiple floors. Like, if I have to go up multiple floors, that means I have to get out of my house. I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Just whatever you do, don't turn the tree that's in front of my house into a weeping willow. I will not have a porch.
Okay.
Like, you know, the whomping willow from Harry
Yes.
Potter, where it just destroys everything.
Mm-hmm.
I will not have a porch. Actually, now that I think of it, we won't I won't have a porch. My upstairs neighbor won't have a porch, and my downstairs neighbor won't have a backyard. Like everybody, like that whole side of our thing will be like, okay, our stuff is destroyed because of this tree. No, think about it. It'll take out the whole. Oh no! Oh no! It'll destroy the whole side of the house.
Yeah.
Oh no! So yeah, that was our scariest. Well, not scary. It's just more as like, okay, I don't want to call it Twilight Zone.
No.
So, that was our weirdness zone stories.
That was our weird story. It was very
We
weird.
have two weird stories. We had our improvised one with the
That was just not scary with the demonic Raichu.
yeah. And then we had, what would Darcy do?
Yes. That
Story.
just got weird.
Yeah. I was like, let's see, let's throw the weirdest things at you. Okay, all right, you come right here. Yeah.